exciting times. Okay, hello. Just going to turn off that volume there because I'm just checking that you guys could hear me. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Hello. Hello. Welcome to It's Tip Top Fishing and another one of my live streams. I'm going to try to keep this nice and quick because at the moment we are doing load shedding. So I'm running this whole thing off a battery. So if I'm looking this way, I'm just running the stream, make sure you guys are seeing the right stuff. So let's get to it. So update on what has been happening with me. I've been a bit quiet. Sorry guys. I've been always busy with my Ditchfield Productions, my video production business. And I went on a quick holiday with my family. We went away for a couple of days to Umhlanga, which you can't go to the beach because it's still poisoned with all kinds of doohickeys, which is a bit poo. But we also went to Boskop where I caught a nice 2 kilo bass. You can see that bass on my Instagrams. Well, it was 2 kilos. So what happened, it was quite an epic story where I cast in a Senko, let it sink slowly, fish picked it up, snap my line. Oh no! And then the fish. Then I said to my brother, please can I try again, because we had to go to a 60th party. And he was like, fine, let's go quickly. And I quickly tied on another Senko, exactly the same spot, let it sink like it did, and I went off the same. I caught the fish. I was like, wow, 2 kilo fish. Then looked in its gullet, and there was my first Senko. So it is amazing that happened. Shows you how aggressive largemouth bass can be. But yeah, that was a 2 kilo bass. That was very exciting. And then what happened? I also went to Carp Haven again with Hansi Meyer from cmfcarp.co.za. And if you want a 10% discount from cmfcarp.co.za, just make sure to go to the description at the bottom. But that was nice. So here's a little highlight reel of there. But I didn't catch anything, unfortunately. So this is that. Unmute myself so you can actually hear me, so I'm not going. Okay, so that was a great trip. Fishing with Hansi is always awesome. Yeah, I was a bit of a poop hole, and I told us to fish on the wrong side of the dam. I want to fish on the other side of the dam by the little housey there where I caught my PB. If you want to see that episode, link in the description after I finish this. Yeah, that was nice. 16 kilo fish on the dot. I used some solar pop-ups and a semi-stiff hinge rig. It was fantastic. I couldn't believe it when I saw that fish in the water. It was absolutely amazing. before I forget, if you guys want to pop some comments and want to ask questions about anything we're talking about today, just pop it in the comments. I've got a little monitor here so I can read your stuff. So the average carper says hello. So hello, average carper. I'm sure you're better than average. Come on, a little self-esteem there, bro. Okay, so that's what's happening in the history of what's been happening up until now. So I said I'm going to announce my new rods. So I've got 3 setups that I've got. I've got the little travel setups, which are 2 7-foot travel rods that break down into like 3 pieces and 5 pieces. Those are great. Then I've got my medium setup with my Witchwood extricator 10 foots, which are fantastic, with my Shimano 2500 STs, best reels. They're flipping good. And then I've upgraded my long distance casting rods. Like, I've had the TX1s for a long time. The TX1s are fantastic, absolutely fantastic reel, rod. 50mm butt rings, 3.5 pound test curve, and they've just been phenomenal. But I've just upgraded them to these beautiful things. I've got 3 of these lovely Shimano, because I love Shimano, TX7s. So it is the child of the TX1s. These are also 3.5 pound test curves, also 50mm butt ring. But as technology changes, Shimano has upgraded what was already a fantastic rod and turned that demon of a rod into this demon of a rod. So we are testing it this week. I'm going to go fishing at a venue where you have to cast, and I'm so excited. They are so pretty and flippin' wonderful. Thank you, Shimano. They are absolutely amazing. And on them I've got my Shimano LCs, they're my big pits. They're the bait runner version of a big pit. I bought them a long time ago, never opened them up, and they run as new. That's why I love Shimano. They are a brand that you buy right and you buy once. You'd rather spend a little bit more money on Shimano, and then all of them just go through the works. You can treat them like absolute crap, but then they just produce the beans. They never break. They never let you down when you need them to do. When you need them, I'm a big fan of Shimano. Okay, so then after my announcement of my beautiful Shimano TX7s, we're going to do a quick review of 2 products. So the first product, which is my favorite favorite handheld light that I've ever used, it's the Warrior 3S. So it's this guy over here. Can you see it? Are we going to focus? There we go. Focused over there. So it's the Warrior 3S. It's a fantastic little light. This basically, what I think this guy is if the Warrior X Pro, this big bugger, 2100 lumen bugger, made a baby with the S1R Baton 2. Olight, like, I love your products. I honestly love your products. They're made well, built strong, they're bright as hell, battery life is great usually, but your naming of these things is so confusing. Flippin' confusing. Hansi Krobler, hey Keaton, what a nice surprise. Hi Hansi, it's a surprise that you here as well. Thank you for commenting on the comment section on that. Remember to like these videos, guys, please. It helps YouTube know that I'm not too cuck. Okay, so basically these torches, the Warrior X Pro has a button at the back here, and then the S1R Baton 2's got a little rubber button. Basically they made Rumpy, and they made this because this has got 2 buttons on it, and pretty much does what they do almost as well as both of them, because this is a super light, super small, super bright light, and this is a bigger but super bright long distance light, and this does both of them. Okay, so we're going to run you around the exterior quick. Let's quickly change angles there so you can see it. Starting at the butt end. Focus. Camera, don't make me fight you. focus there. Hello. Sorry guys, I'm just rather make this thing focus on what it's supposed to focus on. There you go. Okay, so there's the butt end of it. So this is both a magnet and a button. So what you do with this guy is you half press it to do your, I think it's your medium mode, and then you full press it so till it clicks, and then that goes straight into turbo mode. Turbo mode. Hello Gary Kirby, thank you from the UK. Nice, bro. So that turns on like that. It's a quick access button. So if you've just got the button and, like, say you're a security person or you're walking in the bush and you want to see animals and you quickly want it to be super bright, you just clap the back of that and then it's quick access. Then we're moving up. This thing is IPX8 rated. It is, so that is 1.5 meters. You can put it underwater and for half an hour, and it's 1.5 meters drop proof. So it is a very tough, well-made light. All the Warrior Pros and the Olight torches are really made strong. They're an expensive torch. I'm not going to lie to you. They cost quite a bit of money, but in terms of the quality of them, I've got a few of them, and none of them are broken, and I've treated them like crap. And they've just really been reliable things. I like reliable stuff that I can beat to death, and it just keeps on going. Okay, then it's got my favorite little clippy here. When I saw this clippy, I thought Olight was genius because of it. So if you can see over there, it has got a double clip. So you can both clip it onto your belt like a normal light does, and then over this one over here, you can clip it onto your cap and use it as a headlamp. Now, I wouldn't use it as a headlamp for a long period of time because it's big. The S1 Orbiton 2 is great as a headlamp. It's because it's so light. You just stick it on your cap and you forget it's there. But this one, you'll feel it. It's heavy. It's heavy on your cap. But it's great to have that option so that when you in the bush and you actually want to use both your hands, you just clip it on your cap. It's a little bit heavy, but then you get your stuff done and then you can take it off and carry on. Okay, clip done. Now we're going to one of my favorite features of this light is this little button over here. You can see it's got a battery indicator. Focus, please. Yo, this camera's gonna get in the dog box here. Sorry, let me get this right. Are we focused? Okay, we're focused now. Okay, so if you see this light, if you turn it on, press it once, it goes back to the mode that you were on before. If you hold it down, it changes modes, so it goes and does its whole changing modes. Then if you want to get your turbo mode from this button, you press once and then you quickly press it twice, and then it has the sun over there. Then if you want, okay, let me take you through the last two little button presses before I move on to how bright these actually are. So if you hold down the button, it does moon mode. Moon mode is one of my favorite modes because if you're in the bush and your eyes are accustomed to the dark, and you don't want to ruin your night vision, but you just want enough light to see something, maybe you want to tie a knot or something like that. This little mode allows you to have that much light, and then you carry on with your day, and you can still see when you turn off the light. Then if you want, okay, warning to anyone who is strobe sensitive. I'm going to show you a strobe mode, so just click off if you are strobe sensitive. Okay, so if you triple click this button, it does a strobe. 1 2 3. Wait, I'm clicking it slowly. 1 2 3. There. It does a strobe little mode. Now, this thing is fantastic if you are in your car and say your car's broken down. What you use is the magnet on the back. You stick it to the outside of your car and you clap it. You clap the strobe light. It gets attention from everything. Let me quickly show you what it actually looks like now. So at a distance, you can see something's happening. So if you are stuck in the middle of a highway, a dark highway, and your car's broken down, or you really need attention fast, that mode is just fantastic. Okay, cool. We've gone through the different modes. Let's and then also it's got your battery indication, which was the problem of the Warrior X. It just vibrates. I want something that tells me my battery all the time. So yeah, it tells me my battery life, which is currently full. Excellent. Okay, so now let's talk about the different specs of this thing quickly, and we'll move on straight after that. So the brightest this light goes is 2300 lumens, but not all lumens are equal, and I'll explain that to you in a second. Okay, so it's 2300 lumens, which is super bright for something that's this small. It's 5.5 inches long, which is average. Hey gents. It's 5.5 inches long, but it's 2300 lumens. That's very bright. So in turbo mode, this guy, it's supposed, Olight says you can see 300 meters with it. I don't think it's 300. It's about 150 where you can properly see what's going on. The light does reach 300, but you can't really see what's going on. So in turbo mode, it does 2300 lumens and then drops that down to 800 and then drops it down to 250. Now, why the hell would you do that? Basically, with LEDs, heat is the enemy, and when they're on, they get hot quick. So what they've done is they've protected this light in two ways. The first way is it will give you turbo, which is super bright. It's really fantastic. I'll show you what it looks like in a couple of seconds. It'll give you that for 2.5 seconds, and before it overheats, it drops it down to 800 lumens for 160 minutes, which is that's over 2 hours of 800 lumens. It's still very bright. And then after that, when the batteries pop, it takes it down to 250 for 40 minutes or 39 minutes, just to say you need to get home now, or you need to get to a place where you don't need the torch. So it's very good. And then the second thing they've done to protect the LED so that you've got a light for a long period of time, and put it on high mode, it's got a proximity sensor on the front of the light. So if I cover this proximity sensor, see how it goes darker? I'm not actually covering the lens, but I'm just touching the proximity sensor. So if you put this light on bright and you put it down on something, it's not going to overheat the LED, which looks after this thing for you, because it's a lot of money for this thing, but at least it's going to look after itself, which is super cool. Let me just quickly show you what this proximity sensor looks like. There, you see this little bumpy at the bottom there? That's the proximity sensor. And in the front, it's got like a little ridge, so if you want to crack a window or something, if your security guys need to break a window to get in somewhere, you can do that with this torch. Okay, so that's the lumens and the specs of this puppy right here. Let me quickly double check if there's anything I've forgotten. Okay, so on high mode, it does the 800 lumens and then for 160 minutes, and then it takes it down to 250 lumens for the 39 minutes. So 160 minutes. That is a lot. It's a lot of power that it illuminates. And I'm going to show you why that's excellent in a couple of minutes. Then the medium mode is 200 lumens, and it can hold that for 13 hours, which is a long time. I don't know, that's longer than the night is long. So you can leave this thing on medium for the whole night and it'll still be clapping medium 200 lumens in the morning. And then low is 15 lumens, and then that's 130 hours. And then on moon, it can hold it for, I don't know, bloody ever. Okay, cool. Let's show you what the 3 different modes look like, the high, medium, and low in real world use. Let's go for walking, number 5. There we go. So on the left, we've got low. On the middle, we've got medium. And on the right, we have high. So that's what that looks like. It is pretty cool. Yeah, the low is plenty enough for you to see. And yeah, it's pretty much plenty enough for you to see. If you want to see a lot, you go to your if you want to do high, you just and you want to see animals and things like that, then it's worth doing the high. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, let's move back to, so you can see my ugly mug. Sorry, I'm running the stream while we're chatting, so I'm trying to multitask and check the comments here. Franco Bias, you flippin' legend yourself. You're a legend. Franco is an absolute legend. He has appeared once on one of the channels. He's a papgooi, and he recently caught a barbel at Bersig on his birthday. And I've never caught a barbel at Bersig. So, Franco, well done. Then we've got Adam. Adam Alexander says hello. How's it? Hello. Okay, let's show you what the different patterns are. So not all lumens are equal, because you can have 2,000 lumens on a wide lens and it's not that bright at distance, but it'll brighten up a big area nice and close. Or you can have a very focused beam of 2,000 lumens and then it can light up 300 meters away, but doesn't really lighten up the close area. So let's show you what the throw looks like. So first we've got the S1R Baton 2, the little bugger. And that's what it looks like. It's got a hotspot in the middle, and then it's got a kind of wideish, like random, what's it called? It's like it's got a wider area. Then I'm gonna start that again because I want to show you. Go back to me. Start that again so I can catch up with it. Okay, S1R Baton 2 is the little light. It's got like a wideish spread. Then we've got our Warrior X Pro. You see how it's got a strong ring on the outside and then a super focused ring on the inside. This is your king of your longer distance. And then our Warrior 3S has got pretty much a balance of the two. So it's almost a full hotspot in the middle, and then it bleeds enough light so you can see around the hotspot. Okay, back to me. So the first one, S1R Baton 2, the widest spread was this little bugger, and then the Warrior X Pro was the long distance one. Okay, let's show you what it looks like in terms of long distance stuff. I think it's number 3. Here we go. Okay, so the S1R Baton 2, for a little light, that is bright, and that what distance you're seeing now is about, at the back there, is about 100 meters, so it's quite far. Very impressive for such a tiny light. Here's your Warrior X Pro. This is the king of long distance. Wait until I show the back. See how clear the trees are and stuff like this. And this is on a camera. It's hard to show this kind of stuff, but this is your looking for game, looking for things that are far away. The Warrior X Pro is really great at that. And then we go to our Warrior 3S. See how it's pretty much a balance. It's got quite a big hotspot. It doesn't perfectly show the distance stuff, but it's very good for what it does. It is very good. Okay, so, and then can I tell you why these things are my heroes? So we live in South Africa. South Africa, my country. I love this place. But we've got things called, Eskom calls them, what's it called, load shedding. Other places called it rolling blackouts. Like right now, my house doesn't have power. I'm just running this off of batteries. So usually guys have got these little crappy lights that they put on, and they're pretty much sitting in the dark, or they've got those little floodlights, they've got horrible light and stuff like that. And that's what lights up their houses and helps them see stuff and read and all that kind of stuff. So what I did, because I'm a professional filmmaker, I know how to bounce light. So I thought, well, let's try these things. Let me show you what I do with these lights, but in particular the Warrior X Pro and the Warrior 3S. This is what I do with them. I've got to click on here, and we are gonna go in our beautiful country. There's an application that's called Eskom Push, and then at night, Eskom gives you these spontaneous but timed moments of darkness, which is good fun, unless you want to do anything with your life. So, when I've got my torch with me, I do this, and it lights up the entire lounge. So this is the Olight Warrior S 3S on high mode, and it can do this for 100, I think it's 166 minutes, so it's more than 2 hours. It can light up my entire lounge, but most of the time I put it on that mode. So for my eyes, it's lights the whole lounge. I can eat and do my thing, and I just literally bounce the light on the ceiling. So it's quite nice because it's a light that I use for outside, I use for all my outdoor doings, but then when Escom turns off the lights, I turn them back on. And with the battery life of this thing, it can last for ages. With the low mode, I think it's the medium mode, it can last for like 13 hours or something ridiculous. It's great. Fantastic. Okay, back to the darkness. How cool is that? So these things, I never worry. Like everyone's like, oh, power's going off. I couldn't give a hoot because I got my batteries for my TV and I got the sun. So I'm just going to turn off the audio. Sorry, I was checking that you guys could hear me. So yeah, fantastic. I would highly recommend this light. It's the perfect combination of small size and capable super bright light with a long battery life. It's also got a little charging cable, this little charger guy over here. It's magnetic, so all you got to do is that, and then it charges at 2 amps, which is pretty good. And yeah, I love this thing. I highly recommend it. Built strong, built to last, and you can buy replacement batteries when the batteries run out. Really great. Okay, with that done, the last product I just quickly want to review. This is really quick. This actually came to me by mistake from Olight. They were meant to send me the Warrior 3S, and then I saw this knife in the box, and I was like, oh, what is that? And I said, what's happening with this? And they said, oh, we sent it by mistake, but test it out, see what you think, and if you want, do a review on it. I was like, well, cool. This is the Oknife Zilla. It is a really cool knife. It's also made by the same company as Olight. So it's one big branching company that handles these things. And it is a fantastic little light. Okay, it's a bit dirty now, but I have used this thing on everything from leather to biltong to wood to everything. I've cut everything. The blade held its sharpness for much longer than I expected it to. It's made out of stainless steel. It is, it's got a G10 handle, so it's quite a thin handle. The overall length is 212 millimeters, and the blade length is 88.5 millimeters. And yeah, stainless steel. So in terms of opening and closing it, it's got a little magnet to keep it closed. Is it in focus there? Yeah, so it's a little magnet over here that keeps it closed. And then to flip it out, it's got a little knobby here that you just go like that, and it flips out and then locks in with this little mechanism over here. Then from there, it's got the knob that you opened it with. It's got a double function, because when you close it, I don't know, can you see there, guys? When you close it, you press that little thing aside, and then you close it, and then it hits onto your thumb, so that you've got time to remove your thumb out of the way for the blade. A lot of blades don't do that, and then you have your thumb there and the blade comes to cut your thumb in half. Yeah, in terms of the grip and feel of it, it is very nice. It's quite a thin mount. It's got quite a thin little handle with a little clip on it, and it's not the most comfortable thing I've had in my hand, but in terms of the compromise between comfort in my hand and being thin enough to fit in my pocket and not irritate me the whole day, it's a very nice balance of that. So far, it's my favorite knife I've used. There's only one criticism that I have of it. It's if you cut something that's really oily. Like I said, I cut everything. So I cut some boerewors, and if you see over here, and this is going to be for all flippy lives. I'm not just being a dick to Oknife. Because there's a gap here and then a gap there. The fat gets in there and it's very difficult to get out and clean. So I had to take this apart to clean it properly with the fat stuff. So I wouldn't suggest cutting super fat stuff. But other than that, it's a really nice knife that kept its edge longer than I thought it would. So yeah, very nice. Very nice. Okay. Then, lastly, I'm not going to do a review of it yet. I was sent this in the post yesterday, the P-Run 2. It's a headlamp made by Olight. I'm still testing it, so I'm not going to tell you what it's like yet. So far, it feels good. It's the second version of this little P-Run 1. There's your it's a bit heavy for it. There's your magnets on the back. So if you just stick your stuff on it, and then do your modes there, we can have it. Let's go. Yeah, the magnets on the back are a real pro. Okay, so I'm going to do a review on that another time. Okay, checking the schedule for checking anything. If you guys have got any questions, now's the time before I end the stream. And I'm going fishing next week to test this with, hopefully, Franco, if you can still make it. Adam Alexander, I'm sorry you got to the stream late, but it's fine. You can... Well, I think YouTube saves them and you can watch it later and you can hear me talk more cack later. Yaku Dutoit, rugby predictions for tonight. Who's playing? Sorry, I've been very busy. I haven't been watching things. Tell me who's playing and I'll give you a prediction just for the sake of doing it. Adam Alexander is asking, do you know a Burton? I don't know a Burton. What's a Burton? Burton. I don't know. Guys, if you got any questions, now's the time, because I don't have that much time to waste on batteries and things. So let me know. Let me know now or forever hold your peace. I appreciate you all for watching. Yeah, I'm going to do a video. My next live stream is probably going to be on tying the semi-stiff hinge rig. If you guys would like to join me for that. Semi-stiff hinge rig, which has caught me many big fish. It's caught me my first koi. It's a fantastic big fish rig. And I'm not the only one who says that. Quarter, the international quarter guys who did underwater stuff, the underwater research and videos, they were the ones that said that the semi-stiff hinge rig is a big fish rig. It is basically the predecessor for the spinner rig. Okay, Gary Kirby, how's it? When you putting up a new carp video? Well, I've got to film another carp video, which I'm going to film it this week. I'm going fishing on Tuesday, where I'm going to be testing these rods. So let's see if I catch anything. I hope I do. I think I've got my tactics sorted for that venue. I haven't blanked there yet. Touch wood. Touch wood. Jared Pile, how's it? Keaton, hi Keaton. Fishing Bassig in the next 2 weeks. Any tips for that dam? Well, watch the video where I say exactly how to catch fish at Bassig. But in general, don't make too much noise around the bank because those fish are cleverer than you. Also, it depends which side of Bassig are you fishing. Are you fishing the main venue, the main specimen dam? Are you fishing the new specimen dam, which they're still busy with? They're stocking carp there soon. They've already got 20. When I was there, 20 carp in there, but they're going to stock some big buttes there. Or are you fishing the stock ponds, or are you fishing the river? They're all different tactics. They're all actually different venues. They're all different creatures to get used to. So let me know which one you're fishing, and then I can help you there. Gary Kirby, where in S do you live? Oh, where in South Africa do I live? I live in Johannesburg. Joburg. Ikoli. I live in Joburg. So, yeah, city of gold, or city of many buildings, no sea, and lots of businesses. Yeah, I love Joburg. There's plenty of places. Just if you just drive in one direction for half an hour or 40 minutes, then you in the bush, which is great. I love Joburg. Jared Pillay, main specimen dam, swim 4. Okay, you're in the middle. There's only 6 swims there. So I would suggest for swim 4, Yes, are you right underneath the pylons? Well, what I would do is I would put, if how many rods are you fishing? You fishing 3 rods or 2 rods? I would put 1 rod, literally 3 or 2.5 rod lengths from where you're standing on swim 4. So in your near margin, something will probably come in the evening for there. And then on the opposite margin, it depends if you're going there. If it's busy, I would put the rod, I would put the line in 2 rod lengths in. Scatter your bait nice and sparsely. Don't make it look obvious. Hide your rigs as much as possible. Those barrister carp are very clever. And then the middle rod I'd put in the deep water just for the sake of. But yeah, it only actually needs two rods. I'd only fish 2 rods and swim 4. But yeah, good luck. And then I'd fish. Right now it's summertime. I'd fish something fruity, a boily bait, bottom bait that is super fruity, a little wafter. And then the other one I'd probably put like a tiger nut hook bait. Yeah, and then any kind of flavor. Stealth baits make very nice. Tiger nuts. Do you know Loch Ness fishing? I do know of it. I've heard of it, but I've never been. So I'd love to go there. Have you heard of it? Have you been? What's it like? Then Gary Kirby again. Good luck with your carp fishing here in the UK. Now going into winter, so looking for pike, but still looking for a winter carp. Gosh, I'd love to catch a pike. Yo, those fish are hardcore, filled with teeth, aggression. They're amazing fish, especially those big ones. Yeah, I'd love to catch one of those. Are you fishing with those massive swim baits where you casting? It looks like you're casting a damn rainbow trout just to catch those things. That's great. Good luck with that, Gary. Last question before I head off, and yeah, come to the UK. Yeah, my girlfriend's dads live there, so yeah, we must come and visit. We'll come fish in the UK, and my brother also lives in Brighton. So yeah, I must come soon. I was there 2 years ago. Lovely. I didn't get to fish, which is a bit poo. I only got to quickly jump over a fence and hook a, what was it called? A rudd or something in Ireland when I was there. Oh, you use it. Gary says he uses a dead bait for them. Okay. Well, that's one way. I guess it's just similar to carp fishing, bait and weight. Okay. I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. You all are legends. Thank you for watching. If you want to get hold of Olight stuff or Shimano stuff, I'll put all the links and stuff in the description. Discounts on cmfcarp.co.za, 10% discounts if you use my code. Deep is running a big special, a winter special. Make sure to check that out on their site. I'll also put the details in the description later on today. And yeah, thank you all for watching. You're all absolute legends. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Happy Sunday for tomorrow. And yeah, till next time.